gloss, you guys. My lips feel all dry because I use this liquid lipstick. Okay, I think I'm ready. Hello, welcome to the Little Fish Stitches podcast. My name is Megan. I am the crafty person who decided to do a podcast, I guess. So I live in Washington State, on the coast, a little town called Aberdeen. You may have heard of it if you are a fan of Nirvana. I'm not, but you know, it's a thing here apparently. Since this is where Kurt Cobain grew up and went to school and whatnot. So anyway, already off on a rabbit trail, but like I said, I live in Aberdeen. I am married. I live with my husband and our two sons. We've been married for 17 years. Our older son is 14 and our younger is 8. Their names are Brian, James, and Connor in order of husband, older, and younger sons. And we also have a sweet puppy dog named Bella. And she's been part of our family for about 4 years now, I think. A little over 4 years. And she's a sweetheart and a great walking buddy. And yeah. So, the only small bit of administration stuff that I have for you is I do have my 100 YouTube subscriber giveaway still running on my Ravelry page, which would be the Little Fish Stitches podcast group. So just look up Little Fish Stitches. And you need to answer a prompt question, which is in there. And I'll let that be a surprise to you. It's already up, and I've had a few answers that I've enjoyed reading, and I need to go back and check because it's been like well over a week since I looked at it last, so I'm sure there's some more in there. But people have been answering, hoping to get their prize, and yes. So you have until January 31st to get your answer in. I figured I'd give people enough time, especially since I have not been podcasting quite as frequently as I would like to. Life has been busy. And yeah, so that's about it for administration stuff. And pardon me, the tip of my nose is very itchy. Sorry. It's like, as soon as I sit down and podcast, my face gets itchy, and I need to scratch my nose, and I say lots of ums, and I'm human. What can I say? So, let's see here. I don't have any physical, in my hand, finished objects, knitting-wise. I'm going to say this right now. I recorded a podcast last week, and deleted it, because I never got around to editing it, and I was just like, it's been a week, and I've done so much stuff that I need to just record a new one, and not bother with editing the last one, so I got rid of it, and so it feels like I'm going to be repeating some things, which I am for me, but it's not for you guys, so I will try to remember everything that was included last time that I recorded and did not post. Okay, so finished objects. First one was the English mitts that I made for my sister. And I knit those out of Elan, I think it was Sport Weight or DK. I can't remember which. It was this royal blue. I will insert a picture where you can see and enjoy me looking like a goofball trying to model mitts. Yes. And so I finished the mitts for my sister and gave them to her about a week and a half ago, and she was very pleased with them and didn't take them off the whole drive to work where she was driving, so, and wearing her mitts. And I was with her because we worked together. And then the other one was a hat, the Kiki hat by Sweater Babe. Oh, the English mitts were by Isolde Teague. So, hat, the Kiki hat. It was this beautiful cabled hat that it was a worsted weight hat. I used leftovers from my Freebird cocoon that was my test knit for Annie Lepton. But I used leftovers from that to make the Kiki hat for Diana, my coworker. And it was, the yarn is the, oh my goodness, the Baby Llama Glow from Plymouth. And I dyed it, so it's this soft purpley pink color. Hard to describe. It's a little bit of both. A little bit variegated, but not intentionally. It just happened that way, and I'm okay with it. So that turned out great, and Diana loved it. And so I put one of those detachable pom-poms that I had showed you guys as a something I bought a few weeks ago. And so she thought that was pretty cool. And that is it for my knitting finished objects, because as usual, I have been distracted by many things. So, I do have some sewing finished objects. So if you are local and happen to shop at the Black Sheep Yarn Boutique, look for these in the shop later this week, because this is what I did these for. I was up there last week and I was talking to the owner, Michelle, and she's like, I need you to restock bags. I only have 2 left. I'm like, yay! Okay, I'll do that. So, in addition to some more of my previous prints, the little foxes in scarves and the stag heads and the kitty cats, I'm going to take some of my stock from Etsy and give it to Michelle for the shop, because I just don't have a lot of time. I'm sorry, I'm sniffing because of this silly cold. So, I showed this fabric as an acquisition a while back, but I have finally got around to making it up. So there will be 2 space bags going to Michelle's shop, Black Sheep Yarn Boutique in Olympia. And the contrast fabric was not very contrasty, but I really like it, and I just had to go, is this constellation print. So, yep, this is the medium size, so I will have 2 of these going in. So you can see I caught different part. This is the back side of the bag where the seam is, which is pretty similar here, but you know, I caught different sections of the fabric here. So one's got a big blazing sun on it, and the other one's got planets and nebulas and whatnot. So I have that set going into Black Sheep, and then I have 2 of these Beauty and the Beast bags going into Black Sheep. So it's this stained glass style fabric with different scenes from Beauty and the Beast. And the contrast fabric is this Pink Roses, which I know you've seen before because I've used it in other bags too. But I just had so much of it, and it worked perfect for this Beauty and the Beast, because obviously one of the central themes is the rose. So there you go. 2 of those will be going into Black Sheep Yarn Boutique. Let's see. 2. Alright. So that's it for finished objects. And basically that's all I have as far as shop talk goes as well. I have not been very active with my Etsy shop, but I'm glad to know that at least my bags are selling up at Black Sheep, so something's happening. It's a little extra income. Fuels my craftiness. Makes me happy. So I guess it's time for works in progress. And let's see here. Where am I starting? I'll start with my socks that are living in... Okay, sorry. I heard something funny. I forgot I have a little lotion tin in here. That's what's making the funny noise. Living in one of my bags, my abstract sheep bag with the rose print here, and my cute little pins that I have. I love these pins. My favorite is the Courage Dear Heart one. That is from the Clever Clove on Etsy. But anyway, living in my bag is, I should take this out because I don't need it for now. This is my contrast color, which is Cascade Heritage sock. Tossed it in my contrast. So I'm knitting 2 at a time socks Freckled Whimsy Peppermint Hot Chocolate colorway. And I'm getting much closer to done. Let's see here. Untangle. So let's see here. I've got about another 2 stripes and then I'll start the cuff. Because I like to work my socks when I fold them in half. I work my socks until, the contrast color starts. And then I do start my cuff and make it as long as the toe is deep. So, oh my gosh, my nose, you guys! Oh, it won't stop itching. It was fine until I started podcasting. But anyway, my slightly off pattern, my stripes are going to be like off by 1, but I don't care at this point because they're nearly done. And so these were Freckled Whimsy. And I did move my progress keeper when I did my podcasting last week and then didn't post it. So really I was about here last time you saw it. So I've made some decent progress in the past couple of weeks. Oh, my bag fell on the floor. This has been living in my car. So I literally had to go get this out of my car and bring it in here so I could show you guys. I'm knitting on size 1 Chaogu needles. They're fixed, not interchangeable. I cast on for my toe 12 using Judy's Magic Cast On. Increased to 64 stitches, so 32 per needle. And work my way up. Fish lips kiss heel. And then about an inch past the ankle on these, I decided that I would like to have the leg just a little bit wider. So I added 1 stitch on each needle, basically. So at the start of each needle side, I added a stitch. So now I have, 68 stitches going. Oh my gosh. It's like, I'm totally fine. No itchy nose, no burping, no just random crap. And then I sit down to podcast and everything happens. I don't get it. And it drives me crazy. And my nose is really itchy right now. Sorry, you guys. Life of a podcaster, though. Anyway. So that is really all I have to say about that. These are just your basic self-striping vanilla socks. But I absolutely adore this colorway. And I can't wait till they're finished. And really, these are the only socks I have going right now, which is kind of weird. Because I've been on such a sock kick lately. But you'll understand why when I get to the rest of my whips. Wait, no, I have one other sock going. But I can't really show you much of that one because it's my own design, you guys. And I know I said on Instagram that I was hoping to get it out to test knitters by the end of the week. You guys, I can't talk today either, apparently. But the design is complicated enough that I feel like I need to send it to, what do you call it? My brain. Oh my gosh. A tech editor. That's what I need. Just to be sure, making sure everything looks right for knitting. So for my prototype of the design, I'm using my friend Jen of the Perfect Stitch Fiber Company. This is her, it's a Christmas color technically, but it's pink and green, so really kind of works for any time of year. It's the Porcelain Christmas Tree colorway, and this is on her K-Money base, which is an 80-10-10, 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, so they're super soft. So that's what I'm using, and it's living in my sweet little yarn bowl made for me by my friend Angie, who has the Marikai Earth Pottery on Etsy. And so I'm going to show you like the back of the sock, because it looks nothing like the front. So here's what I've got on the back. And then the front is basically a completely different design, but still cabled and fun. And I think I've decided on a name for this pair of socks, and it's going to be called January Rain. So I bet you can figure out where that one came from. But it's really appropriate for the pattern that's on the front, I think. So that's what that is. And hopefully I will have this pattern to a tech editor by the end of the week, at which time I can then decide when I'm going to put out a call for test knitters. So hopefully, because I do want to, because this has been really a interesting project, and it's been complicated, and I've had to rip back and restart things and rewrite things, and it's been a lot of work. And so this is going to be a paid pattern, I think, but probably only like $2 or $3, because I know that I don't mind paying for patterns at all. I get it, especially now that I've dabbled in it enough to know that it's a lot of work to write a pattern. But at the same time, I like a good deal. So I want to give a good deal, you guys. So $2 or $3 for a beautiful cabled sock pattern, I think will be great. So that's that one. That is 2 out of 5 works in progress. Let's see here. I'm going to pull out my Sunset Highway sweater and show you guys. Let's see here. Let's see, where am I at? Okay, so I'm getting there. Woohoo! It looks like a sweater now instead of a big circle. I split for the sleeves since the last time you guys saw this. And I have gone about 2 inches past the split for the sleeves. So now it's just a lot of stockinetting around until I get this finished. And it's kind of been put on the back burner again. I'm hoping I'll be able to wear this next fall, maybe. Because I don't think I'm going to get around to it this time. Because, winter's halfway over and spring comes around and I'm not going to want to wear a sweater with lots of warmth up here. So the yarns I am using, this blue is Jorstad Creek. Cannot for the life of me remember the colorway, but I got it at Black Sheep Yarn Boutique. The pale bluish green here is Malabrigo Sock in the water green colorway. The olive green is Vintage Pearls. And I think it's something about Scales of a Mermaid. Can't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that. But it's just a pretty olive green. And then the body color is I can't remember, but it's Autumn Spices or Spice Market or something. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's variegated. I love all the different colors that are in it and the creamy kind of tea colored look it has. I can't wait until I finish this, but it's going to be a while. Fingering weight sweaters. Why do we do them? Because they're so pretty. Anyway, this is, of course, living in one of my favorite bags. My little autumn foxes and florals. That crafty little fox. Drawstring, waxed canvas, pretty bag. Jessica makes some great bags. I recommend you catch one of her updates if you can, because it's not easy. And then, this is a new cast on since the last time I actually posted a podcast online. And this also is living in one of my crafty little fox bags. And this is the Winter Roses bag, which I adore. And I think she's actually doing another update that has a bunch of these in it. The last time, there were only like 1 or 2 of these, I think. So, and I got one, and I love it. And this, you guys, is my Comfort Fade cardigan. And look at this. Like, look. Oh my goodness. I'm like halfway done practically. Okay, a third of the way done. I have sleeves and body and collar to do. But I got far enough that I split for the sleeves. I mean, this is, 3 weeks since I last podcast, and I cast on and did this. And I'm just about ready to finish my fade to my pale purple lavender color. The brown is Acorn from Hazel Knits in their Lively Decay. The dark purple is also Hazel Knits Lively Decay in, I don't remember because now I've taken away the second skein. I can't remember the name of this purple, but it's gorgeous. And then I have my spare yarn for the sweater sitting over here. This lavender color is Polka Dot Sheep. Stumptown DK in their Petals colorway. And then my final color will be Dye House Yarns by Serial Knitter. It's their DK 5.5. Trying to see if there's a colorway on this. Oh, yes. Spumoni colorway. So that's my oh my gosh, my Comfort Fade Cardigan by Drea Renee Knits. And this is actually, I put my little bird Progress Keeper in last week. So this is what I've done this week. Not a huge amount this week, but yeah, a few inches. So that is that. It's coming along well. I did decide to go up one needle size for my needles from the recommended, I think it was recommended size 6 and I'm using size 7. Yeah, 7. Just because I have a very tight gauge and I figured it would be better if I went up a size for that. So that is that work in progress. Now, this one I cast on Thursday evening. Today is Monday, and I have not knit at all today. So, just a little FYI. So I'm knitting a sweater as a test knit. So this is my third sweater that I'm showing you in progress, you guys. I have 3 sweaters in progress. I never would have thought that would have been me, ever. But anyway, so I'm knitting this in Knit Picks City Tweed Aran in the Snowshoe colorway. And it's this very natural colored yarn with just the little tweedy bits. And it is super soft because it is a, let's see here, 55% merino wool, 25% alpaca, and 20% Donegal tweed. So, there is that. And I'm kind of worried I'm running out because I ordered 6 of these. And I'm not sure it's going to be enough. I might need to order one or two more. So this is the Jules sweater. And it is by the... I'm trying to remember her name, but she goes by This Bird Knits on Instagram, which is where I found the test knit. She put a call out on Instagram for this. And I sent her a message and gave her the size I would prefer to knit. And she let me have it. And this is a sweater that is meant to have lots of positive ease, and it's a little bit cropped, but it's also knit on size 10 and 10.5 needles. So you'll understand when you see it why I have made so much progress. So lots of positive ease here. Oh my goodness. It's going to be nice and loose. This is the back, and this is the inside of the lace pattern that's going on. Here we go. So you see all my little stitch markers for each lace section. But it's a simple, easy lace. It's so far It's been a really easy test knit, and it's bottom up, and then I haven't read far enough into it, but I think I'm going to have to, it's got this little garter edge, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but it's been a easy, fun, since Thursday. This is a lot of knitting, but this is what I've done since Thursday, and I'm excited to get this finished because I think it's going to be super cozy, and I kind of want to wear it when I go to Walla Walla in a couple weeks, so, because it's cold over there, you guys. So, yeah, I'm happy with how it's going. I'm happy with the yarn. And when I can, I will show you the finished product. One thing the designer did ask was that no finished product be shown until the pattern has been released. I did get her permission to show this, in progress. So this is probably the only time you're going to see it, because by the time I get around to doing another podcast, it'll be finished. So it'll be a little bit before I can show this to you again. But I'm very happy with it, and I'm hoping to have this off the needles fairly soon. By the end of the week, probably. That's amazing. A sweater in about a week. That would be awesome. So, yeah, and that is it for all of my works in progress. I had 5 of them. That was quick. So I guess, I'm sorry, I'm rearranging here because I was sticking my finished showing you stuff on top of my acquisitions over here, which not very many, but I did want to show you one thing. I saw this on the Hey Sister podcast. Rachel had ordered one of these for nighttime knitting, and I thought it was an awesome idea, and I asked for one for Christmas and didn't get it. So after Christmas, I'm like, I'm just buying one. They're not that expensive. It was like $15 or $16. So I got this neck light. And in my bedroom, it is very dark day or night because of the type of curtains we have and the placement of our bedroom within our house. It's west facing, I believe, so it gets the evening light, and that's about it. And with the curtains up, you don't get much of that evening light. But anyway, it's got these little, you can see there's 2 little bulbs in each one. Literally, I usually only turn one on. That's all I need. I don't need both. But it can get really bright. This is a LED rechargeable. This little spot right here, you just plug in your standard mini USB cord into it and charge it up. I don't know how long these batteries last because I haven't run out yet. So, I just got this on Amazon, and it's great for nighttime knitting. This is the brand I got. $15, $16, something like that, dollars. So that was a funny little purchase, but definitely helps me with my nighttime knitting, especially in my bedroom. So if you're interested, it's not terribly expensive. And then 3 skeins of yarn to show you guys. 2 are from the yarn jar, and I put in my order for these to, I want to say, I don't know, like November, and they came about a week and a half ago. So it's been a while. I've been waiting for these a while. So this one is called Art Class, and it came with a sweet little wing progress keeper, and this is a 7525 merino nylon stellina, and it's self-striping, and I can't wait to cast these on. It's got silver stellina in here, and gray, and neon, and teal, and white, and hot pink, and it's just gonna be fun. I'm excited to do these. And then the other one from the yarn jar came with a little smiley face progress keeper. And this one is called Kinetic. And it is neon pink and neon yellow and white with lots of rainbowy speckles. And I was definitely in a neon frame of mind when I bought from the yarn jar. Can you tell? So, these are fun. Both are the same base, the Stellina merino nylon base. So, I'm excited to get around to knitting these at some point. And then the other one that just came day before yesterday. Yeah, day before yesterday, Saturday. And this is another one I had to wait a while for. So these were things that I ordered months back. And I've seen this yarn on a lot of my British podcasts that I like to watch. And this one is from Trailing Clouds. And it's the Mind the Gap colorway. And it's Blue Face Leicester. 7525 Blue Face Leicester and nylon. And it's a whole lot of color. I can't remember how many different stripes there are, but there's a lot. And this is, what I've heard, is this is every single color they use on the London Underground for different, signs and whatever. So, or wherever, different lines, that's it, the different lines that they have. So, there's quite a few. And I'm excited to knit this one up. It's so fun. There's so many different colors. So, yep, that came from England. I ordered all the way from the UK. One skein of yarn. I'm not sure it was worth it, but it was worth it. So, you know what I mean, right? Yeah. So, that's it for acquisitions. Today I did want to do my favorite things, which is a little segment that I have not done in ages, it feels like. I don't remember. Okay, so there is a local family business that I want to share their product with you, at least some of their product. And that is Pure & Cocoa. Now, I found out about this company when I went to the county fair. They had a booth, and I bought some of their product. No. They had a little booth set up outside our local farm stand a couple of years ago now. And I bought some then because I like to support local businesses. I like to support small businesses. And I was like, sure, why not? I'll try your product, see what it is, because she had little samples of her stuff out there. And so I tried it, and I loved it, and I've been using it ever since. And I just restocked my favorite product, and then bought another one to try. Because she's coming out with all sorts of new body care items, which is what they are. So this is Pure & Cocoa, and this is a sugar scrub. And it's got all natural ingredients. If you get this in your mouth, it tastes good. Instead of, I got face wash in my mouth. Blech. So what I like to do is I use this in the shower most of the time. I rarely use it outside the shower, but I do sometimes. This is great on your feet to deal with your calluses on your feet. This is great as a shaving cream type thing. And I use it on my face to exfoliate and moisturize. It's a coconut oil sugar scrub. This stuff is available on Amazon, you guys. And they sell in some stores. And let's see here. I bought mine at our local health food store. And the cool thing about this, though, you guys, is I personally know the owner. I did not personally know the owner when I started buying her product. But, so, get some of this. It's a scrub. It's amazing. All natural ingredients. essential oils, sugar, coconut oil. Great little product. And then the other thing that I got to try was the Fine Body Mist. And I got the Citrus Flora scent. And you spray this on your body after a shower. And oh my goodness, it smells so good. So, so good. I'm like, every now and then I just go in my room and spray more on myself. I just got it last week, but I really love it. And it smells amazing. So, pure and cocoa, you guys. So, I suggest, I did that upside down. Pure and cocoa. So, I suggest you find them on Amazon. I think they even sell, not at every Whole Foods market, but there is at least one or two in the region that they sell at. So, yeah. But anyway, the sweet family that makes this product actually goes to my church, which is kind of cool. So, that's how I got to know them personally. So that is some of my favorite things. And like I said, I've been using this particular item for a couple years. This is a new scent, which is tangerine and coconut. New to me. I think she's probably had it for a while, but tangerine and coconut. My favorite had been the peppermint and coconut. So love anything minty. So yeah. And that's it for my favorite things. Let's see here. So it's been a few weeks. I guess I should tell you where I've been, which is basically here doing a whole lot of knitting. Life stuff has been, me and my husband have both had this nasty cold, and it really kind of just kicked my butt and then kicked his butt, and then we're both in recovery at this point, but it just doesn't want to go away. Every now and then I have coughing attacks and sneezing attacks, and I don't know. I'm ready to be done with this cold. It can go away now. It's been, I came down with this cold like 2 days before the new year, and it's the 22nd. It's time to be done. Go away. So yeah. I have I've been doing not much. I mean, really, I feel like I haven't been doing much, but I feel like I've been super busy. And so it's like, it's been all kid stuff. Like last week I had two kid concerts, one for each kid. I went and did a yoga class at the library. That was kind of cool. It was a free yoga class at my library in Aberdeen. And so I had fun doing that. It was the same day that I had my son's jazz band performance, and it was in the middle of the afternoon, the performance, and so my husband couldn't come, but my mother-in-law and I got to watch it. So my dad is home from his treatment in Seattle for his cancer, and he's still feeling pretty yucky, but hanging in there, getting slowly better. And we'll see, I guess, in March, the results of how the chemo and radiation did for him. So it'll be a little bit. On my medical front, I've been doing pretty good. I have taken up running again, which sounds really weird to me. Oh, you have MS, let's go for a run. But I've decided that mobility is not something that I want to give up, so I'm going to do what I can and keep myself active. So it's not anything major. I used to run quite a lot, and I have done 2 half marathons and 1 full marathon. I used to run like 8-10 miles 3 or 4 times a week. Ridiculous. I mean, this was just a few years ago. And I burned myself out doing a full marathon and quit and gained way too much weight. And so here we are today. I have MS and I have taken up running again. Yeah. So I've been doing less than 2 miles, and I take the dog out and she and I go and I walk at least half that. So I'm not even running the full mile usually. And I do it in little bits and pieces as I feel comfortable. I'm not ready to do any uphill bits. So I'm doing flat and downhill slopes. But yeah, taking up that running. And I don't think I will ever do a marathon again. I seriously doubt I'll ever do a half marathon again, but I can see myself doing a 5K. Maybe a 10K. So that's where I'm at. So I picked that up at the same time as this stupid cold, and I've been the nasty person out there spitting as I run. Because I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, I don't want to be completely slug-like and just lay around, you know? I can't. So, doing what I can. And I feel like I'm rambling now. Trying to think if there's anything else I feel like you guys all need to know. I'm going to do a teeny bit of design help, not full-on design. Michelle, when I was up there last week at the Black Sheep Yarn Boutique, asked me to help her out with a little bit of designing. She's been tasked with helping come up with the design for the yarn crawl for the spring. So, I think the spring. I think they do one in the spring and one in the fall. I've never done a yarn crawl, so I don't know for sure. But, yeah. And, so I'm going to give her some ideas, I think, and let her do the designing, unless she wants to hand it all over to me, in which case I will be designing a shawl. I kind of want to. I have 2 yarns set aside. I keep glancing over them right now because I'm thinking about it. 2 skeins of yarn set aside for a shawl. Well, maybe I'll just show those to you. Hang on. So they are this one from Hue Loco that I got a little while back. You probably remember it. This bright golden yellow with bits of pink and green and blue in it. And then this one from Evil Little Goat Yarns. That's 1979 that I had to have because that's my year of birth. So I'm thinking that these go so incredibly well together. I mean, there's bits of the gold in this one, and there's bits of the pink in this one, and there's blue, a little bit of blue and green in both of them. I just think these are going to be a great match as far as making a 2-color shawl. So I've got to come up with a design either for myself or for the yarn crawl. And I want to use these for myself, for my test. For my sample, my prototype, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so I guess I have rambled on quite enough for today. And this time, I have time to actually sit down and edit my podcast. Well, sort of. I have about an hour or so before I have to go get my younger son from school. And then, yeah. So, I will get this edited today, and I will get it out to you tomorrow. Not that that part matters to you guys, but I'm talking to myself now. Not you, I'm talking to myself. Megan, get your act together. Okay, so, thanks for sticking with me with all my ums and ahs and nose scratching, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, 2 weeks until I see you next, and happy knitting, happy crafting, and I will see you again as soon as I can. I totally forgot. I'm sure you noticed, but I totally forgot because it's been this way for a week now. My hair has changed color drastically. Yeah, I decided I wanted to go back to a natural color. Just for now. It'll probably change back to like hot pink soon. I don't know why, but That's just what I'm feeling, so I'm going with it. And it came out much darker. It was supposed to be chocolate brown, which it kind of is, but it's like dark chocolate with no milk at all brown. And that's okay. I kind of like it. So, there you go. I have almost black hair now. Alright, I'm out of here. See ya.